These are the books that I read in my past years and it all helps me to build and reborn myself. Hello, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is your host Tarun and today we are here to tackle one of the most interesting problems that every new reader faces. That is how can we read a book effectively so that we can memorize more and truly absorb the information. But before we dive into all the steps and strategies, let's first understand why should we have to read books and why it is important for us to dedicate some of our valuable time each day in reading. Many of us think that books are boring. I personally heard from my many friends who always saying that reading books is very time consuming process. It requires a lot of attention or I do not have the time, books are just not my things and so on. Sometimes it feels easier to scroll through social media or watch shows on Netflix. But the thing is, these perceptions about books are often far from the truth. Books are not just about reading. They are actually about expanding our mind. Whenever we read, our brains are actively engaged, processing information, making connection, and understanding new concepts. Far from boring, reading is actually a mental exercise and it helps us to remove our brain fogs, generate awesome ideas, and enhancing our vocabulary. Although reading books are not just about reading pages. It's about learning and getting the experience that might take years to achieve on our own. Whenever an author writes a book, they summarizes their 10 to 15 or even more years of experience into 100 to 200 pages. And if we develop the habit of reading books, then by just reading those 100 to 200 pages, we can gain the experience and learning of someone's other's life. Making reading a habit cultivates a powerful discipline and time management skills. It's a small but a powerful way to invest in ourselves, and the best part is it does not require any huge commitment. Just a few minutes each day help us to make ourselves better and better. Now, with that in mind, let's jump to the steps that help us to read more and memorize more effectively. In the process of reading and making it a natural habit, the first step is to choose a book that genuinely interests you. Instead of picking random books, try to read those materials that inspire you to read more, whether it's fiction, self-help, history, or science. When you're reading something that really passionate you, then you are more likely to stay engaged and absorb the information. See, if you are forcing yourself to read something just because you think you should read, then you are going to lose your focus too quickly. But if you choose a book that sparks your curiosity or align with your goal, then the reading becomes an enjoyable experience. So take the time to explore different subjects, fields, and topics until you find what excites you. Once you choose the book that excites you, then it's time to read and collect information efficiently. For it, always keep a highlighter or a pen while reading the book and highlight the point from which you learn something new or any important sentence that you want to revisit later. Just highlight it. By highlighting sentence, our goal here is to actively interact with the text rather than just passively reading. Basically, you are signaling to your brain that hey, this information is important. Pay close attention to it. It's like creating a mental bookmark that helps you to find and focus on the most valuable part of the book. And remember, don't highlight anything or everything. Be selective. This step is all about making sure that whatever we read, our learning or thought just not stay on the pages. Let's assume you read daily 15 pages. Then each day before you start reading the next 15 page, take a few minutes to go back and review the lines that you highlighted previous day. This might seem boring, but trust me, this is the real practice of learning. Do not just read, but also ask yourself what you learned from these points. Whatever you thought, just write it down in a diary or even just on the last page of the chapter. Write down whatever you read. The writing technique is very effective because it requires you to describe your thoughts, sentiments and opinions. After finishing the book, when you look back at your notes, you will be able to see how your understanding has grown and how your perspective has been shifted. Plus, having these notes help you to review the whole book's major theme without reading the full book again. The final and perhaps the most powerful step is discuss your learning with others. It is the most effective, most valuable and the most powerful way to absorb whatever you read and learn. When you take time to explain concepts to others, then you are not just repeating the information, but also you are processing the information on a deeper level. This process builds your understanding and also help you to identify gaps in your learning. Look, every person read and learn differently, and sharing thought to others help us to open our as well others' views and opinions. So the next time whenever you finish a chapter or a book, or maybe you came across a powerful idea, then do not just keep it to yourself. Talk about it, share it, and you will find that the knowledge sticks with you much more effectively. So That's it for today, guys. Remember, a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies, and the man who never read lives only one. So let's take the pledge to live those 1,000 lives instead of one. If you found the video helpful, then make sure to hit the like button, share your thought in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel so that you can find us more easily. Now I would like to say goodbye for today, but don't worry, we will meet soon another day with another topic. Till then, keep reading, keep growing, and bye.